Hello, and welcome to another English lesson. My name is Cara, and I teach English on YouTube and on Facebook. Today is Wednesday, and I teach a live lesson every Wednesday. Today's lesson is a grammar lesson, and we're going to be doing comparatives and superlatives. So let's begin with a question. Is it better to study English in class or online? What do you think? Okay, and if you're here, make sure you say hello, make sure you like this video and share it. So I'm just going to share it now. Oops. Okay. All right, so if you're here, make sure you say hello. And I'm just going to check that the chat is working. Hello, Mr. Dan, and thanks for coming along. So the chat's not working here. Your answer is online. So why do you think it is better to learn online? What is better about studying English online? And hi, good morning, Omar. Nice to see you. Let's see if I can. And hi, Yahia. Hi, Cristiano. Yes, it is a good night in Australia. Okay, so I'm just going to switch between YouTube and Facebook. Hi, Fabio. Okay, it's great to have some students here from Brazil. All right, so as I said, today's lesson is a grammar lesson. It is a basic grammar lesson, but even if you are intermediate or advanced, it is still very useful to refresh the rules about comparatives and superlatives. Okay. So I have a question here on the screen here. Is it better to study English in class or online? Please tell me what you think. So comparatives are when we compare two things. Maybe two books. And superlatives are when we compare three or more things. So more than two things. For example, 3 books. So there's lots of rules about comparative. Good. So Cristiano says it's better to learn English by video call, live by face-to-face with a native speaker. Yeah, lots of students prefer native speakers, but there are benefits of non-native speakers. And Mr. Dan says, there are many good English teachers online, so I can choose between them and study with them in my free time. That's true. There's so much free information on the internet. So now it's easy to learn English. Do you agree? All right. How are my Facebook group going? Omar, are you thinking of your answer or are you still waking up? Can't see anything from Facebook. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to type on the computer today because it's a little bit easier than just on here. Okay, let's see. All right. So let's start with comparing two things. So this is a comparative, not a superlative. And I have 2 books. Can you see the 2 books? I'll make it bigger just for a second. Okay, so I have 2 books. One is a dictionary. Okay, it's quite big. And this is an interesting book called Affluenza. And you can see that one of them is like quite thin and the other one is quite thick. And I would like you to write a sentence. So can you write any sentence to compare these 2 books? So let's go back here. Okay, so the 2 books, we've got the very appropriate Oxford English Dictionary. And Affluenza. Oh, hi Mary, good to see you here. Okay, I like that. So Ashraf has written on Facebook, the blue book good. Yes, so the blue book is bigger than the black one or the black book. You can say both. Good, so this is a comparative because we have 2 books. Okay, can you think of any other sentences? So one adjective that we have is bigger. So well done to Mr. Dan. Well done to Ashraf. What else could you say about these two books? think of lots of adjectives. Big is very easy. Can you think of any other adjectives? See. What about thick and thin? So these are two more adjectives. Can you make a sentence with these? Good. Ashraf has another sentence. The blue book. Oh. Very good, Ashraf. And welcome, Muhammad. Right, what other adjectives? What about interesting or boring? Heavy, light. I can think of lots of adjectives to describe these two books. So this one, it's a dictionary. Ah, sorry, that's my mistake. The black book is smaller than the blue book. Good. Cristiano, can I combine any words in English? Combine? What do you mean? Are you talking about the lesson from last week when we talked about joining words together, like going to be gonna? Okay, well that's a very good sentence, Cristiano, thank you. Let's see if I can just correct the grammar for you. So, Cara is the best Australian teacher. Because we're talking about the best, thank you, we don't need to say than, okay? So we use than with comparatives, but this one is a superlative. Good. That's true, Mohammed. So 1, 2 is like wanna. So that was my lesson from last week. But today's lesson is a grammar lesson. So can you make any sentences with these 3 groups of adjectives about these 2 books? Okay, so let me try. Thick and thin. So thick is about how wide, or for a book, how many pages, yeah? So this book, the blue book, has lots of pages. And this one has lots of pages too, but not as many as the blue book. Yeah? So the blue book is thicker than the black book. And therefore, the black book is thinner than the blue book. So this is talking about if a book is very thick or very thin. Okay? All right. Okay, Mr. Dan is all over it. Okay, so Omar has got the black book is more interesting than the blue one. Good. Very good, Omar. So that's true. I agree with you. So this book is very interesting, and this is a dictionary, so not very interesting. Very useful, but not very interesting. So the black book is more interesting than the blue book. Great. Good sentence. Mohammed has a few. Good. So we've got okay, so Cristiano says both books are pretty good for getting information. Good. The black book, no, well, let's go with heavier. The blue book is heavier than the black book. That's true. So we've got very heavy, the blue book, very heavy, and this one is lighter. So the blue book, talking about weight, is heavier than the black book. Great. Okay, so well done, everyone. Now let's talk, before we talk about superlatives, one important point for comparatives is the spelling. Okay, so you can see we often add ER, so bigger, thicker, thinner, heavier. Okay, so let me put these down here and we'll have a look at them. So big equals bigger. Thick equals thicker for the comparative. Thin equals thinner. Heavy equals heavier. What else have we got? Small equals smaller. So this is how we change words to comparatives. When we speak, we just add yeah? Big, bigger, thin, thinner. So the speaking is easy. Writing, we need to be a little bit careful with spelling. So you'll see that Cristiano, can I get a few minutes? Sure, Cristiano, you can. All right, so big, we can see that we added another G, yeah? So before we did ER, we put another G and then ER. Do you know why? Because for thick, we just put ER. But for thin, we put another N and ER. So why do sometimes we double times 2 the last letter after big, and other times, like thick, we don't? And have a look also at small. It already has LL, so we don't put 3 L's. We just put ER. Does anybody know the reason why? Oh, good, Omar. The blue book is more boring than the black one. Correct. Correct. Does anybody know why? So it's to do with the spelling of the original word. So with big, it's only got 3 letters, but the important letters are the last 3 letters. So Mr. Dan, you are correct. So when a word, and we'll say adjective because these are all adjectives, ends with consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter. So, consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, so vowel, you know. A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Consonant, everything else. So B, C, D, not E, F, G. These letters are all consonants. So the rule is consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter. So if we look at big, B is a consonant, I is a vowel, and G is a consonant. So consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter. And so we get B-I-G-G-E-R. Now this is a very good rule that works most of the time, not every time, most of the time. Okay, let's look at thick. So we only need to look at the last 3 letters. So last 3 letters, I-C-K. I is a vowel, C is a consonant, not a vowel, K is a consonant. So we have vowel, consonant, consonant. So we don't double the last letter because we need consonant, vowel, consonant. Good. So Omar says, for example, hot, hotter. Cool. So consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay. And we put double the last letter and then ER. So for thin, we have consonant H, vowel I, and consonant N. So we double that N. Small, the last three letters, vowel, so A is a vowel, A-E-I-O-U. A is a vowel, L is a consonant, L is a consonant. So it's vowel, consonant, consonant. We don't double the last letter, just add ER. So that's the important spelling rule. We have another rule when an adjective ends with Y. So, when an adjective ends with Y, we change the Y to an I and add ER. Good, Omar. Also, fat becomes fatter. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, so heavy ends with a Y. So we change the Y to an I and add ER. Okay? I-E-R. When the adjective ends with Y. Alright, so for comparatives,